Hey there, Stampers. Welcome to this month's Paper Pumpkin scrapbooking live video. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada, and I'm excited to be here with you doing one of my favorite things, and that is scrapbooking. But before we jump into the project today, I do want to share a few things about what is going on. All right, just a sec here. Just making sure that everything is working. Okay, so we are nearing the end of this annual catalog and the January to April mini catalog. So you'll want to make sure that you have everything you want. I have linked in the description to where you can find all the last chance items. There are lots actually that have already sold out, but there's still lots available. So check those lists because April 30th, I apologize, the garbage truck is driving by. Never fails. So April 30th is the last day that you can order from these catalogs, and then we've got a brand new catalog full of lots of great stuff coming out. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna close my window here. I thought it had been by already, but I guess it's on its second round. Okay, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is we have got, beginning May 1st, a starter kit special, and this is a fabulous deal. So if you've ever considered becoming a demonstrator, and I just want to put this out there because I get a lot of questions. You do not need to do what I do to be a demonstrator. You can simply enjoy the discount and share the product and the things that you love with friends and family. All right. However, you can turn it into a business and do more with it if you'd like, or you could do something in between. So I'm here to help you with any of that. So if you are in Canada and you've considered it, then May might be a great time for you to join, because in May we've got a starter kit special where in addition to the $165 worth of product that you get to choose, and that is completely customizable, you get to choose the product that you want to include in your starter kit. You pay only $135, no shipping and no GST, but in addition to that $165 worth of product, you get this in color bundle. So you get all 5 of the brand new in colors. You get a package of assorted cardstock. You get a package of the in color 6x6 DSP, and you get a package of the Stampin' Right markers. The total value is $111.75 that is added to that starter kit. An incredible deal. All right, so if you have any questions about becoming a demonstrator, then just reach out. I'm happy to answer those questions. And just a reminder, this promotion does not start until May 1st. So if you're watching this video before then and you go to sign up, this does not apply. So May 1st to 31st is that promotion. Okay. All right. Now that the garbage truck has gone by, I'm going to open my window. It's a little warm in here when I have the door closed. Okay, so today I will be scrapbooking using this month's Paper Pumpkin kit. So every month I get this kit delivered to me, and there's only little peeks at what's inside. You never really know what it's going to include. I mean, you know if it's going to make cards or something else, and you have a little hint of what's to come, but it's always a surprise. So I love that aspect of Paper Pumpkin. And the first thing that I do is I open my box, I have a look at it, and then I create one of each of the projects as it's intended. But then I go live like I am today, and I scrapbook with the kit. So we're going to create a layout, one single 12 by 12 layout. And then usually the week after I do my live, I share all the alternates because I've challenged myself this year to use up all the contents of the kits. In the past, I would put them aside saying that I get to them, and I just never got to them. So this year so far, I have been really good and used up all of the contents of the kits. So I'm excited to share the rest of the things that I've created with you next week. So for those of you who are not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is a crafting subscription kit. You can participate for just 1 month, or you can purchase a 3-month subscription, a 6-month subscription, or a 1-year subscription. I'd think about that. And you can cancel at any time, but it is fabulous. Everything that you need to create a quick and easy crafting project is inside. But then there is a fabulous Facebook group where you can get a ton of alternate ideas. All right, so this month is an amazing kit. It's called the Delicate Wings Paper Pumpkin Kit. Unfortunately, you can't get the full kit anymore because you always have to subscribe before the 10th of the month in order to get that month's kit. But I checked this morning, refill kits are available. So if you are local to the Edmonton Sherwood Park area and you would like a refill kit, just reach out to me and I'm happy to order one for you, because wait until you see what is inside this kit. It is so amazing. So first of all, you get an exclusive stamp set. So this is this month's stamp set. Now I just want to point out that the refill kit does not include the stamp set or the ink spot, but it includes all the consumable products, okay? So we've got a couple butterfly images, sending loving thoughts your way. Everything will be okay, and surrounding you with love. You always get the adhesive that you need for the projects. So basically everything that you need to create that month's projects are in this box. You might need to add a pair of scissors if there's some ribbon in there that you need to cut, but apart from that, you get everything in the box. Okay, so we've got the adhesive. The ink spot this month is basic gray. And then you get all the pre-cut supplies to create some projects. Now, I do have some supplies here. First of all, look at these envelopes. Look at that foil detailing on there. So pretty. And then die cut pieces. So these are for stamping your greetings. And then you've got some butterflies. You can see that I've done lots with my kit already. Okay, we're gonna stick this inside. We'll set it aside. Let me share what else is in the kit. So there is also another sheet of some die cut butterflies. So you can see that you just pop them out, stick them on, it's ready to go. And then some layering pieces. Look at that pretty foil. There's the envelope, and then the card bases look like this. So we've got Lost Lagoon, we've got white, and all of these have gold foil detailing. And I love that for the most part, they continue the pattern all the way across. For me as a scrapbooker, to be able to use an 8.5-inch length of pretty much pattern paper is what it is. It's actually a card base, but to be able to use that 8.5-inch length is really nice. All right. Okay, so you want to see the cards that it makes. So here is card number 1. It's got that gold foiling underneath, and you can see that I kind of curled it up using the bone folder. So it looks like the butterfly is flying off of the page. So pretty. And then this one. And then this one here. So the cards are absolutely stunning. So I'm going to set those aside, and then we are going to get started here. Okay, now I have I have 2 photos. These are 3x4 photos. I've matted them on a piece of basic beige, which is a brand new upcoming color. It's going to be added to our core color line. And then onto a piece of basic gray. Both of those colors are in this kit. And on the back of the instructions, it always lists the coordinating colors. All right. And then I went through my pattern paper to see what I could find that would coordinate. So this is a new pattern paper. That's the back of it. But this side is basic beige, and it has a bit of texture. That's not coming up too well on camera, but it has a bit of texture to it. It is from the Country Lace paper pack. So it will be available beginning May 1st. So you'll be able to grab that, and it is a stunning paper pack. And then I've got a piece of 12x12 basic gray that I've gutted. Okay, so I left a 1-inch border and cut out the middle because I want to match this on top of it, have a little bit of that gray showing around the edges, but then all that center cardstock is just wasted. So I cut out the middle so that I can use this on a different project. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. Okay, the other things that I've pulled out to use is I've pulled out some basic beige ink. I've got, oh, I forgot to talk about this. So Stampin' Up! Has started releasing coordinating dies. So every 3 months, they release a die set that coordinates with the next 3 months. So this is the first month for this set, die set. It's called Thanks and Beyond dies. So it's got the word thanks, it's got this label shape, and then it's got a butterfly. I did cut out a butterfly to show you. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. All right. So when you cut them both together, you actually, they're joined in the middle. So just like that big butterfly on the card, you can curl up the wings so that it looks like your butterfly is flying off of your page, your card. Okay, so that's how that's meant to be used. But this die will also cut out, let me find it, if you wanted to cut these out, or if you want to stamp that butterfly and cut that out, that will cut that out. Okay. All right. So those are the coordinating dies, and these are meant to coordinate with the next, so April, May, and June's paper pumpkin kits. All right. So those are called Thanks and Beyond. I will go back and add a full supply list to the description afterwards so that you have it. Okay, the other things that I've pulled out some embellishments because I always like to include embellishments. These are the iridescent foil gems. And then I've pulled out one of each of everything that is in the kit. Now I've pre-done some things because I knew it would take a little bit of time, because I wanted to take this label shape and die cut a bunch of pieces from the card bases. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this one. Okay, so I've die cut a bunch of them, and I'm just going to create a pattern kind of in the lower right hand side of the piece of DSP, and then another one kind of in the upper, well, not quite at the top, right about there. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. So the layout's going to look kind of like that. Okay, but I want to do a little bit of something to the background of this. So I think I'm going to take this butterfly image from the butterfly set. So, and you do not need to have this paper pumpkin kit to take inspiration from this layout. You can use any pattern paper, any shape. It doesn't have to be this particular die. You could use a different shaped punch or a different shaped die. You could use hexagons. You could use ovals. You could use hearts. You could do circles. You could do squares. It doesn't really matter. So get creative with it. Okay. So we're going to stamp one there. So this is tone on tone. I'm stamping basic beige on that basic beige background paper. Okay, let's see here. I think we're going to do another one up here. Okay, we're going to start with that. I can always go back and add some more if I want. Now I'm going to adhere these so that I can put this background piece onto my gray piece. So I don't want to put this piece on just yet, the background piece on yet, because I will likely need to trim off some of the excess. So I do want to make sure that that's straight. I think it looks okay. And I'm using seal adhesive and not pushing down just so that I can reposition if I need to. Okay, now we'll do this one. And then you can see I left a gap. What I'm going to do there is I'm gonna take, I've got an extra one here. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take my basic gray Stampin' Write marker, the fine tip. I'm just gonna position this in here and then I'm gonna trace. So you don't need to fill in every last spot. You can do something like this. And I don't know if my marker is, hoping my marker is working here. This is one of my older ones with this type of tip. It's not the felt tip. The felt tip, the ones that they have now, are much better. All right, so I just added that little bit of detail. So that could be used for lots of different things. I could put a butterfly in there. I could add some journaling in there. I could leave it plain. I could add some little embellishments. Yeah, so it just offers me a little bit of flexibility. Okay, now we're gonna do this one. So these 3 patterns were cut from the card bases, and this piece was cut from this piece here. Okay, so we will do that. It's hard to tell if it's straight here. Okay, I think that's good. Add this white one. And then this guy. All right, and then this last one. This is such a great way to create a subtle a nice background with a little bit of detail, but it's quick and it's easy, especially if you're using a punch. It takes a little bit more time if you're using a die and you have to cut them out individually. So I'm just trimming off the excess here. Okay. All right, so there's our background. Now I'm going to add some adhesive and adhere it to the gray frame. And so I've trimmed this piece down to, I think it's 11 and, I want to say 11 5/8. All right, now it looks like it's even all the way around. Okay, now we'll position our photos. These are photos of my son and his girlfriend. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so for embellishments, I popped out some of these butterflies. So these are just butterflies from the kit. Actually, I thought this guy would be nice up there. Maybe there and there. That's a lot of gold up there though, isn't it? Let's try that. That feels like it's too big. I do like this one down here. Maybe I just won't use that one. Okay. The other thing I want to do is I want to include my title. I think we can go ahead. We can safely put these down. And what I did for my title was I have this little dish that I keep all of my leftover mini alphabet pieces. So if you're familiar with our mini alphabet die, it cuts out all the letters at once. I mean, you can do individual letters, but I have a little dish that I keep. So I'm just trying to figure out the positioning. I don't like this little gap here. I keep all my extra bits in. So I went through them and I could actually spell out my title using leftover pieces that I had. So I'm going to use, these ones are Pretty Peacock. I had to think about that for a minute. And I'm going to put my title here. So Pretty Peacock isn't one of the colors that's in this kit, but Lost Lagoon is. And I find that those two colors together work amazingly well. It's like Pretty Peacock is just a darker shade of Lost Lagoon, or Lost Lagoon is a lighter shade of Pretty Peacock. Okay, so if we did this, maybe we do. So I haven't put that down yet. Maybe we do this. No, I don't like how those are straight. Okay, I think that gives me, I wanted to make sure I had enough space on that side. So I'm going to push these down and then I'll adhere my title. And I still want to, I want the word or the letter A. So it's going to be a full heart. So I pulled out a stamp set to stamp the letter A because that word doesn't need to be as prominent as the rest. So, and these were cut with adhesive sheets. So I put adhesive sheets on the back and turned them into stickers. It's so much easier to do that than to use glue and get glue all over your fingers. So if you guys are watching and you are scrapbookers and have lots of photos to scrapbook, I'm going to invite you to my National Scrapbooking Day virtual crop, which is on May 3rd and 4th. Yeah, May 3rd and 4th. So we've got a Zoom crop session on the 3rd, and then there'll be tons of inspiration posted on the 4th all day long. There'll be some fun challenges. It's all going to be held in a private Facebook group. And the group will be open for quite some time. So there's no intention of closing down the group. So even if you can't attend that day, you can always go back and watch everything. The only thing that won't be posted on there is the Friday night crop. So otherwise, all the content, all the ideas, all the inspiration, we've got guest designers. The challenges will be open for about 3 weeks afterwards. So if you don't have the opportunity to participate during the event, you can always go back and participate. Okay, I like that there. I'm going to pop this up using some dimensionals. And I'm actually just going to put one dimensional right in the center. Just like that. I'm going to pop this up using a dimensional. I think that needs a little bit more here. All right, it's looking pretty good. Okay, I did find that in my drawer I had some basic gray twine, and if you know me, you know that I love to include twine on here on my projects. So I don't know where I'm going to include it. Still just wondering about, maybe we need a little accent up here. Let's see, I think that's the only one. Oh, I've got gray. Oh, we could do this way. It seems like a lot of gray. I think I want to do this color. Let's see, do it this way. Maybe we include, it's kind of still kind of a lot of gold though. Okay, let's see here. We do have, we could stamp one of these butterflies and put that on top. Then that would be a little bit less gold. So we might do that. Let me see what else. Oh, I've got to stamp my letter A. So I've just got an alphabet set here. I'm going to take the letter A, grab a block, and some basic gray ink. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to stamp this and maybe on a piece of this color, this basic beige, which I don't think I pulled out. Just having a look here. Okay, let's see. We also have this sheet with all sorts of little butterflies as well. I'm wondering if maybe we just keep it consistent. Let's see. I like this Lost Lagoon one. Before I stamp and cut out the butterfly, I'm just going to kind of play around with adding some more butterflies. So I don't have a ton of this, I can't remember, Moody Mauve color. There's just a little bit in there, so I don't think I want to introduce any Moody Mauve at this time. Okay, let's see. Oh, so cute. I love these little butterflies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an odd number. I'm going to stick with that. Still need to decide about what I'm going to do up here. Maybe I put this one here. Nope, I like it up here. Okay, let's try tying a little bit of baker's twine. This is a little bit curly, so I'm just going to straighten it out with my bone folder. And I want there to be a little bit longer tails on my bow. Now let's cut this. It does need a butterfly up there. Okay, we're going to try stamping a butterfly and die cutting it. So let me just grab some basic beige. I don't have a lot of scraps yet because it's a brand new color. So I'm just going to use this big piece and maybe we'll stamp it in. We're going to stamp it in gray because Lost Lagoon, we've got that pattern paper or that card base that we cut down that is in Lost Lagoon. All right, so let's try that. I don't know if I'm going to like this actually, but we'll give it a try. It just feels like it's a different style of a butterfly. Okay, I'll bring this in and our die. So we're going to cut this out. Okay, so I'm going to be off camera for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got this, and where is my bone folder? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we had this up here. Thinking the baker's twine bow. Yeah, see, that doesn't have the same feel. Don't like it. Okay, maybe we... No, I don't like that either. So maybe we just don't include the twine. Let's see. Okay, let's stick our butterflies down. I'm going to use just some mini glue dots. So the mini glue dots that come in our paper pumpkin kits, they come just in a sheet and you just peel off the backing. Peel them off the sheet and then peel off the backing. And I'm just putting a mini glue dot in the center of each so that those wings can come off the page. All right. Okay, and then I think the last thing, because I'm really not, oh, you know what? I have an idea. Okay, so I have some scraps left because I do feel like it needs something up there. So I have these scraps left from when I cut out those shapes. So I'm just gonna cut a little strip. And let's cut that so it's straight. And then what other ones do I have here? I've got the white. Not a whole lot of splatter on the white. I've used all of the gray. Oh, hang on. There is a little bit of gray left. So we can, you know what? We're gonna make this work. I always say don't throw anything away until you're done with your crafting session, because you never know when your little scraps can come in handy. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this straight across. And then we'll put this up here. We can put that there. Maybe we do need a little scrap of white in between just to separate them a little bit. Just because it's gold on gold. This one doesn't have as much gold. Yeah, I think that's a nice way to separate it. So I'll just trim this and then we can go ahead and adhere them. So we'll put that on there first. And I'm lining it up with the top of my layer, not the top of my gray. This one is a little narrow, so let's use multi-purpose glue for this one. I don't usually use a lot of multi-purpose glue on my scrapbook layouts. I tend to use seal. But for little bits like this, it's nowhere near my photo, so it works well. Okay, so we'll do that. And then do we want to try the bow again? And maybe a small butterfly, although we've got 5 butterflies on here. Oh, I like that. Okay, yeah, we don't need a butterfly. We'll just put the bow on. So I'll use another mini glue dot. Put that on there like that. I like those long tails. That makes me happy to be able to include some baker's twine. Okay, last step is just if I want to add some of these little embellishments. So these have little gold flecks in them, so I thought that they would be perfect to add on here. So I'm going to add 3 of them in this area. And then we'll do, maybe we'll do 2 up here. So again, we've got our odd numbers. And that's perfect. So I can jot down my journaling in this area, and I love how it turned out. And it took no time at all. So there we go. Let me bring it up a little closer for you to take a peek. So just a reminder that this paper pumpkin kit in full is no longer available. However, you can purchase the refill if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And if you are local to me and would like to grab a kit, then just let me know. I have an order going in later today and I'd be happy to add one for you. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to register for our National Scrapbooking Day virtual retreat. The link to more information is or will be in the description. And I will see you soon. Take care. Have a fabulous weekend, guys.